Hey guys, Aleksib here from G2, and today I'm going to give you some tips and tricks to improve your movement and KC in CSGO. You can't really do too much with the movement compared to many years ago where you could have the ladder movement, which actually enabled you to do some pretty cool stuff on, for example, Cash, Nuke, D-Train. So the ladder movement got moved out, which in my opinion lowered the skill ceiling a lot in terms of what you can do with movement. As long as you can do a lot of the stuff that you can do on these like competitive maps, you don't really need to do anything extra. Just to keep it short, you just need to sync up your strafes, meaning that when you are turning left in the air, you are pressing A and moving your mouse to the left. When you're strafing right, you press D and moving your mouse to the right. When you're doing long jumps in a KC server, it'll show you your sync. And what the sync means is how good of a sync do you have in terms of syncing your keys with the movement of your mouse. And from there, you can kind of have a better picture in terms of, okay, if you're doing a 4 strafe long jump, meaning that you use A and D 4 times, how good of a sync do you have? I would suggest you always to start low on strafes, so starting with 2 strafe jumps, 3 strafe jumps, just trying to get your sync good enough, and then going into more and more strafes, and eventually after years you're able to do long jumps with 8 or 9 strafes with good sync. But it's gonna take a long time, as it did for me. I've always had fun moving in CS in other games as well, and it's just the amount of times I've spent on both CS 1.6 and CSGO by just having some fun and enjoying the movement, so it just comes up with time, honestly. Mirage is a good example of a map where you being able to do this jump, or even just like before they smoke or strafe out middle, with a good spawn you can make it to jump in ladder room. When you are spawning around here and you hit the short jump consistently, it opens up to a lot of opportunities to get a fast peak here, or to just change up your game, right? Not everyone can do it consistently, and that's a pretty bad thing, because if you wanna jump short and your teammates think you'll be the short guy this round and you actually fail it, you end up walking into con and the guy on B might be alone. So it's pretty important to be confident with the jump and to nail it a lot of the times. And also for retakes, if you get seen around jungle and you can jump here, obviously you can catch your opponent off guard. One of the pretty cool things you can do with the mechanics is that if something is a height that you can easily jump onto, if you jump onto it, you won't be able to shoot. For example, I'm sitting next to this and I want to kill the guy short, I jump. But as I'm jumping up, I cannot shoot, and this guy sees me, maybe he's holding it from this angle and just insta-kills me, right? But what you can actually do is, if you crouch right next to it, jump, and obviously press your strafe key so you get onto the ledge, but you jump, press W, and release your crouch key. You go on top of it instant, right? You see a lot of pro players do it on all kinds of different terrains on the map, and I kind of cringe when I don't see a pro player doing it, because obviously doing these small details helps you. So imagine me wanting to pick the guy short, I go here, I do the same thing now, this time with pressing D, and I release my crouch key and I can instantly strafe, instantly shoot. When the height is a bit more high like this, you can actually do the same thing even without pressing your crouch key, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so just me pressing D and not even crouching, I can instantly strafe up, you see? The only time when I'm inaccurate is this part when I'm going up, but as soon as I get onto the ledge, I can instantly shoot. I can do the same thing with crouching, obviously, but for example, this part you cannot do it just by jumping. Just for like small retakes, let's say you want to get on top of this and kill someone close, you can do the same thing here, where you crouch just before and you release the crouch key, you're instantly on top of it, right? this angle, for example, if you want to jump on top of this, you're just flying up and this guy can kill you easily. But if you do the same thing I did, actually on this side it might not be possible. Let's see. Yeah, it's possible. But I remember it's more consistent if you do it on this side. So let's say you're coming here, you're checking this angle and you want to peek instantly, you just press crouch and you just sneak back and you're instantly on top of it, surprising the guy. If you want to go to some funny stuff, you obviously have this this jump here, which you can jump on top of. You can have a lot of fun with the ladders. So going, always going on the bottom of ladders and almost touching the ground. You can kind of feel when you hit the ladder. But if if you get onto the bottom of it and you just jump with your scroll wheel, you're able to get a really high speed boost. And you can do a lot of fun things with it. I know there's a B-hop here you can do, where if you jump from here, you land the B-hop, you can instantly B-hop out of there. I've seen some YouTubers do it. Yeah, almost like this. But it's obviously hard with normal settings to always land the B-hops consistently. You can also do some fun stuff here by going on the bottom of these ladders. Maybe the guy's out Tetris and you're just flying onto him. Same thing goes here. You go on the bottom of this and you can instantly be out. I think the last note here is just some normal crouch jumps. If you do a crouch jump, you can go YouTube how to do it. It's just you pressing Control just before you jump and then pressing it again to get a higher elevation. You can jump on top of this and peek to CT. You can do it from here as well, where you jump on top of this and peek. You can surprise people. But yeah, not too many other things here on this map. It's just really small details and you getting the hang of those. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully these tips can help you out on the server, and make sure to drop a like if you enjoyed the video.